Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be located in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. So let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Pisces, November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. All right, let's see your chakra energy for this time. Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. All right, so let's see here. We have, oh, my favorite, the I am presence. This is the crown chakra. And when we have the I am presence coming up, this is a declaration of who we are. I am. I am strong. I am confident. I am powerful. I am empowered. I am emboldened. I am enough. That's what we want to say about ourselves. Is our inner narrative. I'm a loser. I'm never going to get there. I'm so far behind, I think I'm first. I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I'm sad. I'm alone. What is our narrative? And here, people say, oh, don't say the negative. Well, it's important because we have to see which one resonates with us. Because if Spirit says, oh, are you positive or are you negative? We can always say to ourselves, oh, I'm positive. But when we hear the words and it's like, oh, that's me. I didn't mean to be thinking that. I didn't think that that was a big deal. But it is. Because it's how we look at ourselves in the quiet moments, in the deep recesses of our mind. Are we still that little kid on the playground getting bullied? Are we still that person who is striving and striving but can't ever seem to get ahead, even though we know we've moved ourselves forward? What are you crowning yourself with? The I Am Presence, the crown chakra, is asking you, what crown are you putting upon your head? Or do you not even get one? Visualize yourself for a moment, sitting back, sitting at this beautiful table. And this person comes, white gloves, just very posh, very extravagant and elegant and everything. And they place this beautiful velvet box before you, purple velvet royalty, right? And they open it up. Therein lies your crown. What is it? What does it look like? Visualize it. See it. Does it sparkle? Is it very simple? Is it demure? Is it over the top? Is it avant-garde? What is your crown? And then reach for that crown. When you reach for it, does it disappear? Can you not grab it? Can you not put your hands on it? Is your crown broken? Is your crown tarnished? Is your crown lost? What are you crowning yourself with every single day? And this is embracing that crown. And if your crown is tarnished and broken and lost and just, oh my goodness, it is visualizing the crown that you want. You could even look through, Google pictures of crowns and see the crown that you want to place upon your head. And every day when you wake up and every night before you go to sleep, you see yourself placing that crown on your head and having it become part of your psyche while you sleep, having it become part of, your everyday life. And that is crowning you with, first of all, I am the ruler of my life. I am enough. I am powerful. And I am more than I ever imagined. And write that on your mirror. Write that on a piece of paper by your alarm clock. I am enough. Have it be the background on your phone. I am enough. Until one day you believe it. Until one day you see it. And you sit there and it's like, yeah, I'm striving. I'm pushing myself forward, right? But I have all the tools I need to keep myself going forward towards where I need to be, because I am enough. And it moves you to the universal light. It moves you to this radiance shining and being a part of you. You are the center of the sphere. You are the light that shines out. And it emboldens you. It moves you forward in this grace, in this elegance, in this eloquence. It's the soul star chakra. It's located 6 inches above your crown. So as you place this crown upon your head, the light radiates from you. And it brings you to abundance. It brings you to the root chakra. At our root is abundance. It might not be the way that we envision abundance. We can envision abundance as just absolute, piles of gold. Scrooge McDucking it, into, gold coins. But Spirit sees abundance differently. It's a wealth of character. It's a wealth of love. It's a wealth of strength of self. It is power. It is prosperity. It is the essence of you, which is abundant. And you have abundance at your very root. Now, the left-hand side, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is the public arena, the public self. So let's see what they have to say. We start off with the Four of Wands. It's a celebration. It is prosperity. It is power coming in. Two of Pentacles. There's a lot that you're balancing. There's a lot that you're kind of getting the footing of. You have the Knight of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay? Strong, especially if you're born on the cusp with Aquarius, or if you have, air sign energy in your chart. This is knowledge. This is cutting through doubts and fears. This is being a warrior king internally. And it leads you to the Four Pentacles. It's interesting. You start with a 4. You're rooted in a 4. You're crowned and you're rooted in a 4. So it's time to think about you, Pisces. You're crowned in your prosperity. You're crowned in a celebration. You're crowned in things moving forward. You're rooted in vampiric energy. Something trying to drain this away. Saying, no, this really can't be yours. And that has to be addressed. You then have the Lovers right here. Strong Gemini energy within this reading, May 21st to June 20th. You're embracing what you love. You have the Nine of Pentacles. It's time to start celebrating. Before you have to, add more work onto the table. It's time to start celebrating. You have the High Priestess. You're seeing things so much more deeply, so much more profoundly, and you're actually seeing things so much more in line with you. And it leads you to Temperance. It leads you to Sagittarius energy. Time frame, November 22nd to December 21st. Your angels guarding you. Balance coming in. And there's something here that you're trying to figure things out. Here, Pisces. You have Six of Pentacles. This is a balancing of the scales. This is a balancing of your power, your understanding. This is a give and a take needed. Okay? A symbiotic relationship. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Doubts, fears, rebirth, understanding. You have Aries coming in. Time frame, March 21st to April 19th. Very powerful, especially if you're born on the cusp with Aries. All right, this is a sense of really embracing your power. And then you have the Two of Swords. So now you have two twos, you have two fours, okay? And that's interesting because 2 plus 2, of course, equals 4. And so here, actually, you have three fours. You have the Four of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles, and you have the Emperor. So with the Two of Swords here, the roads that you thought were open to, you thought, okay, I go left or I go right. Now you're starting to see things open up in a way that you hadn't anticipated. You're like, oh, I didn't think that road could be there, because you're listening to your heart. You're listening to your truth. You're listening to what it is that you desire. And it doesn't mean that everything opens up overnight. It means that there's a power that opens to you. There's a way that you can move forward that you hadn't anticipated. And let's look at the people who are going to be aiding you during this time. Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Who will be aiding Pisces during this time? Who will be aiding Pisces during this time? Who will be aiding Pisces during this time? Angels. Ooh, goodness. Oh, these three. Okay, that's beautiful. The angels were like, here you go. There they are. So we're starting off here with Sagittarius energy. You have it in the main part of your reading. You have it coming through here. Strong Sagittarius presence. Now, this could be somebody that you know, but it doesn't have to be. These are people who inspire us. And because, especially nowadays, information is disseminated so absolutely astoundingly quickly and from all corners of the world, that you are going to find yourself quite inspired during this time by a person who is highly passionate, highly creative, and also very spiritually connected, okay? Or very spiritually curious. They ask a lot of questions. They look at things very differently than everybody else. And that's going to be something that really is quite inspiring to you. And it's very interesting because this Gemini energy right here has the what is it? Sagittarius. There we go. I can think of words. Sagittarius tattoo right on her shoulder. And you have the Sagittarius energy here. So that's a very powerful aspect to you during this time. And also their sister signs. So this coming together. And now you have, of course, the repeat now of the number 6 coming in here, which is the kindest, the most caring, most nurturing of all the numbers. So there's real power leading you forward. You have Scorpio energy. This is a time frame of October 23rd to November 21st. This is a person who is a little bit secretive by nature. I mean, Scorpios don't mean to be secretive, but they live in such a realm of gray. They live in such a realm of complexity and depth of understanding. And so this can make them absolutely beautifully inquisitive people if you have a positive, Scorpio coming in. And this can make them really hard to handle if you have a negative Scorpio. So do be mindful of this. But this is a person who is looking at things differently. They might also have a little bit of a darker sense of humor, a darker way of seeing things. Like, they're also brutally honest. There's some way here that they talk about the truth as they see it, that kind of, it's a little bit affronting, actually, Pisces, when you first hear it, or when you're first stumbling across this, or you're talking to them and you're like, whoa, that's intense. But there's a depth to their intensity that's really going to open things up for you. You're going to be like, oh, I didn't think of it that way, or oh, I didn't see things like that. And then you have the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who is highly prosperous, okay? Sees the interconnectedness of things just absolutely, powerfully and really rather beautifully. The King of Pentacles can be a bit unyielding. So just know that they come across very, very, very forceful and as if they have all the answers. Now, they could very well have all the answers that you're looking for, but sometimes their delivery is a bit too stuck in its ways because you're water sign energy, Pisces, and you're going to respond very well to the Scorpio energy because water sign calls to water sign. But you're going to find that you need softer edges to the earth sign energy, okay? Because water, carves away through the earth, but they're always soft edges. They're never, sharp right angles, and naturally formed, at least. And so here, this is a person who helps you see the interconnectedness of it. This is a person who asks deeper questions. This is a person who helps you plant the seeds of what it is that you desire. But sometimes their approach is rather blunt, rather blunt. We're starting off here with your inner self. There's a reason to celebrate. There just is. This could be a new job opportunity. This could be, a moving house. This could be a celebration with family and friends. I do know with the state of the world, things are more complex than normal, most definitely. But there's something here where this is a celebration. And this could be just within yourself. This could be a breakthrough that you've come to during this time. And this is a celebration that needs to come out. It needs to be celebrated. You need to have this beauty, this joy, this laughter, this power, really embracing your life, embracing you. And so here, you start off with a celebration, a joy that cannot be denied. And that is absolutely beautiful. You're trying to balance things. Now, the thing that you are forgetting is yourself. Now, it can be that you're trying to balance things, right? And you get overwhelmed and it's like, I can't do this. And so I'm just not going to do anything. That's going to be a really bad road to walk down. There's a sense here of balancing and juggling. And what you can also do is do the other extreme, because this is a time where you're going to find extremes to be very easy to fall into. And with the other extreme, you're going to be focusing on what you're juggling so much that you forget about you. And it's like, okay, well, you're more than what you're juggling. You're also yourself. So make sure that you know that you matter. Make sure that you take time to have your feet firmly planted on the ground, to know what it is that you desire, and not be caught in like the rut of, well, it just needs to be done. It just needs to be like this. It's like, okay, embrace. Embrace your balance. Embrace the balancing of self. Because here, this is a theme for you during this time. You're embracing the shadowed and the day self. So you're embracing the part of you that shines with light, right? And the part of you that is hidden away, okay? That is much more private. And as you're looking at this, you're looking at yourself. You're looking at what you desire. You're looking at what you need. And there needs to be a decisiveness that comes in during this time. There needs to be a cutting through doubts and fears, a, knowing what it is that you want, and a moving forward in passion, in determination, in fire, in understanding, in knowledge. Because the air fuels it all for you. And you're going to find that it parts the waters, right? When Spirit is showing me when you blow through a straw, right? And you blow into a glass, the water parts a bit. And that's what you're going to see with you here. This is something that clears away the emotion, that clears away the doubt, that clears away the negativity. It has you being the warrior king. And at times you're going to think, this is too harsh. This isn't right. This isn't how I need to move forward. I need to move forward more gently, more kindly. But there needs to be a ferocity of cutting through doubts and fears, knowing your mind, of going after what you desire, of really claiming your truth that you embrace here. And it really does make you into a warrior during this time. And it makes you rather fierce in your inner self. And why this is needed is because you have two destabilizing cards when you have two stabilizing cards. So you have this balance that you're trying to seek. And they can balance things, but we tend to tip towards one way or another. That's why you're very prone to extremes during this time. Because for me, the Four of Pentacles, this is the vampiric energy card. This is a sense of, having to hold on to everything that you earn, because you never know when the bottom's going to drop out from underneath you. This is the people who leech onto us and take advantage of our better nature. This is the hardship, the pain, the disappointment in the world that makes us doubt our voice and doubt our power. And so with the Four of Pentacles, you're finding your footing. You're finding your stance. You're finding a greater understanding because you're purging yourself of negative energy. You're also realizing that the negativity spoken over you, okay, that needs to be released. A lot of times we keep it in the back of our heads. So when we fail, we can be like, oh, well, you see, I just knew I was going to fail. They said it when I was little. They said it again. They said it in grade school. They said it in high school. And I've never been able to shake this. It's like, no, you are now stepping into a power and a beauty that is yours. Visualize yourself, okay, surrounded by flaming light. See your hands grasping that of a big, huge broadsword. There we go. And your angels have their hands clasped over yours. And just see that light around you. Take the sword and cut through. You're cutting through that light. And as you cut through that light and your angels help guide your hands, okay, you release all the negative energy that is around you. You release all the corruption that is a part of that gorgeous light, okay, that corrupts the beauty of the universe. And for a minute, you just sit in silence. For a minute, you just embrace grace, peace, yourself. Then the light comes back. The golden light comes back. It empowers you. It emboldens you. And it doesn't have any corruption. It doesn't have any of that sewer sludge. Okay? What you're seeing here is you're releasing the negative energy of others. You might have to do this 4 times a day, right? To really stand in your power, to really know your truth. Because your heart is calling for what you love. It's calling for a deeper quest towards understanding and balance. Because you're seeing behind the veil. And there, is a reason to celebrate. There is a reason to celebrate because Lord knows you're going to be kind of working your tush off after this. It's not in a bad way, okay? It's not like, oh my gosh, the road's going to be long and hard and arduous. It's like, well, sometimes it will be because it's life. But it's that I will have to take in the harvest that I am creating for myself. And if you've ever, planted anything or harvested anything, it's work. It's a lot of hard work and it can break your back. And so here, you are embracing what you love. And your heart is saying, it is time to celebrate the beauty, the power, and the prosperity that is me. And as I celebrate it, I rise to new heights. As I celebrate it, I embrace my truth. As I embrace my love. And during this time, you embrace your love, right? As you embrace your love, you look at things more openly, more honestly for yourself. You find yourself asking yourself, does this bring me joy? Does this help me move forward? Is this what I like? Why am I doing this? Why am I worrying about this? And as these questions are asked, right, answers come. Because this is a time where your heart finds answers. This is also a time where you can find yourself easily swayed by others. Because the heart is so strong, you're going to sit there and be like, well, that's not a big deal if I do that or do this. And it's not a big deal if I look at this differently. And it's like, oh, okay, what's the harm? And it's like, it's not being unreasonable that Spirit is saying to be mindful of. Spirit is saying, do not lose yourself to what others love. Do not lose your love to what others love. Because you're embracing a job well done. And this is the harvest coming in. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is a person with, all grapevines behind them. All right, that's great. There's wealth, there's prosperity, there's abundance there. But those grapes all have to be harvested. You can say this, too, for the pentacles that are hanging. All the pentacles have to be harvested. Yes, you can enjoy them now while they look pretty, and you're like, yes, I have that success. But there is work to come. And it will be intense. It will be. But enjoy and revel in the beauty that is with you now. That's going to be something that your heart doesn't want to do. You're going to think, just keep soldiering forward. Just keep pushing through. Don't give yourself time to, kind of lose sight of what you're going after. You'll miss something gorgeous because of that. The High Priestess right now, okay? You have, oh my gosh, you have 3 2s here too. Okay. And that's power. But that's power because they're all in a row. So it's very interesting. You're trying to find balance and you're trying to move forward in your knowledge. Those are 2 things that you're trying. You sit there and really say to yourself, I'm trying to balance everything. Oh, I'm trying to see the path that I want to walk. Why doesn't it feel right? It's because you're not opening yourself to the quiet, right? You're going to need, during this time, Pisces, time to step back, time to be quiet, time to sit, time to think. And it doesn't have to be a lot of time. It could be just sitting in mindfulness with your timer on for 1 minute, because that's all you have. Just breathing. Just breathing. And as you connect, every day they'll become easier and you'll find yourself connecting more and more. That minute can turn to a minute and a half, can turn to 2 minutes, can all the way jump one day to 5 minutes. Give yourself that time to see behind the veil, to see behind what others expect, but also what you expect of yourself, to see the deeper truth of where you want to be. There's something that you're running from and you're keeping yourself busy. But it's being out of sight because she's looking down and she's blindfolded and you're not seeing. And here, her eyes are closed because she doesn't need to see with her eyes. She sees with the inner light of her third eye. She sees with that beauty, with that grace, with that understanding. So you might get a little bit confused. It's like, okay, well, they all have their eyes closed. It's the same thing. There's a difference between ignorance and silence. Ignorance and, revelations, right? And this is what you're embracing here. You're also going to be seeing the intentions behind other people. You're going to be seeing their passions, their desires, what they want, and it can be overwhelming because you might not know that's what you're seeing. There's just a lot of energy, a lot of emotion coming at you. As a water sign energy, you already live in a place of a lot of emotion. So this could become drowning. Also, there seems to be a very large connection with the phases of the moon for you during this time, and the power of the High Priestess. So the power of the sacred feminine energy, which traditionally is led by the moon. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that, and also know that divinity speaks to you in riddles, in rhymes, and maybe not as clearly as you would like. But there is a need here to put together the pieces, to put together the puzzle, to have the knowledge come. And as you do so, temperance comes in. It's balance. It's balancing the self that we want to be with the shadowed self, with the self we don't want anybody to see, anybody to understand. There's a depth to us during this time, and there's a balance to us. And the thing with Sagittarius is Sagittarius in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it's an angel. It's depicted by an angel holding 2 cups. And one is silver, one is gold, day and night coming together, and pouring the cups into each other. Oh, excuse me, I do apologize. And so as you pour the cups into each other during this time, it is the knowledge of the shadowed self and the knowledge of the waking self coming together. It is the knowledge of the monsters we can be. And I know that that's not a sexy thing to say. It's not a thing that people want to hear, that human beings can all be monsters. But we can be. We see that in history time and time again. It's like you don't know how far down the rabbit hole you can go until you are pushed. And, most people never have to see that. But there is a power here in understanding that there is a force to you, that there is a darkness to every single human being. And that's one of the things also that you're seeing during this time. There is darkness to every single human being. It's what they decide to do with that knowledge that is powerful. It's not a denying of that knowledge. It's not saying, oh no, I could never. It's like, no. There are times in history where people ate wallpaper because that's all they had to fill their bellies. Okay? And there are places in the world like that now. And there's a sense here of saying, I see the darkness, but I will not be swallowed by it. And I will be moving forward towards a greater light. And your heart is transforming you. This is a transformative time. This is a time, when you find yourself saying, there is more here for me than I realize. There is more to me than I understand. And as I embrace this, I embrace me. And as you embrace who you are, you're truly seeing who you will become. This is like you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. And your angels are guiding you. And your angels are right there. There's something more here than you realized. Okay, there's something deeper here. In the public arena, there needs to be a balancing of the scales. Okay, no more handouts, no more, kind of giving and giving and giving till there's nothing left. There needs to be a balance. And that's just it, period, end of discussion. You need that balance to come in because you're rooted here in chaos and balance. This is the balance to the chaos. The heart is the salvation. And there is love here. There is power here like no other. There is a force here moving you forward that you didn't think you were worthy of. You didn't think it could be yours. And you need to balance the scales. And by balancing the scales, this is the darkness before the dawn. This is everything that we do not want to see. The Ten of Swords is the anger, the upset, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment. The Ten of Swords is a completion of a cycle mentally. And mentally, nothing is ever really super fun because you're working it out in your own mind. It's intense and it's too much. The Ten of Swords is a complexity. The Ten of Swords is thinking of it. And one of the ways I've come to think of the Ten of Swords is for a decade, every year, you have been betrayed one way, profoundly, intensely. They've stabbed the sword into your back. They've stabbed it. They stabbed it. And after a year, you're not the same person after a year, after a decade, after a year sometimes. You're not the same person you once were. It's hard, it's intense, it's powerful, and it's not pleasant. It's the darkness before the dawn. It's the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. It's the minor arcana death card. You have the death card right here. That aids you. There's a transformative power that is leading you forward. This is what you're embracing. And this is also what we're hiding from. So you're embracing it and you're hiding from it. Because it's a bit ugly. And it's a bit more than you want to see. But as you face it, and face it you do. Well, you can run away, free will. You become the emperor. You claim your throne. You sit in your truth. You embrace the warrior king. You have two warrior kings here, and you have the high priestess of wisdom, light, and glory. You have knowledge. And you have power. Because knowledge and passion and power make up the brilliance that leads your heart forward. That moves you to a new world, a new self, and a new passion, and a new desire. And there's a ferocity to you. There's a determination to you. There's a abundance. There's an abundance to you. You're flawed. Here's a secret. So is everybody else. Nobody on this earth is perfect. Nobody. I don't care how revered the person is when they're alive. Okay? Secrets come out. Things come out. History taints. People look at things with different eyes. You try your best and you forget the rest. Somebody's going to be pissed at you. That's just life. Excuse my language, but that's just it. You're embracing a truth. You've fallen, you failed, so has everybody. But the thing is that you're claiming your throne. You're claiming your passion. You're claiming your power. And you always thought there were two roads. You could go left or you could go right. You're going to start to see that more roads are opening to you. More pathways forward. And it's so much more than you had ever realized. Let's go deeper. Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And let's see the people you need to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Pisces need to be mindful of? November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Who are the people Pisces needs to be mindful of? November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So the lovers. You have the lovers crowning you. So you have a very positive Gemini energy. You also have a very negative Gemini energy. This is somebody who doesn't have any follow through. This is somebody who talks out of both sides of their mouth. This is somebody who is really into their own pleasure, what they desire, and doesn't really care. They don't care. And it's not necessarily that they're bad people. They're just astoundingly apathetic. And so just be mindful of that. They're really in it for themselves. This then moves you to the Chariot. Cancer energy, all right? Time frame June 21st to July 22nd. This is a fellow water sign energy, and it's linked here in the cards with another water sign energy. So this is a person here that you will feel a draw to in one way or another. They're moving too fast. They're also going to be astoundingly emotional and very selfish in their emotions. It's like all about their drama, and that's it. That's the only thing that they can see as they're moving forward. And they're going to want to pull you right along with it. And then we have Taurus energy. This is so interesting because you have the Sagittarius Gemini energy here. So you have the sister signs and you have the ones, Sagittarius is here, Gemini is here, so they're both linked some way. You have water sign energy, and now you have the Earth King, the King of Pentacles, and also the Taurus energy. Time frame April 20th to May 20th. This is a person who's stubborn, bullheaded, which of course is stubborn, but can also be like a bull in a china shop. They just don't have the grace of decorum. They just don't. It's like they're going to knock everything down. They're going to go after absolutely everything that they want, and that's just it. You're crowned here with you. That's awesome. You have the Page of Wands, and again, Temperance coming through. So very, very strong Sagittarius energy during this time. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, it's going to be shining through like nobody's business. Two of Cups, healing energy. Again, the Four of Inspiration, but now it's at the heart of your heart. And the Three of Inspiration, the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. Things are moving forward. There's a celebration here. There's a beauty. There's just the beauty. You have the Emperor shining through again in the public arena. This could be a boss, most definitely. This can be somebody very authoritative, okay? And this could also be you getting a position or moving forward in your confidence in a way that you really claim that throne. Death card coming through, transformation. And the Wheel of Fortune. Again, things are transforming. You feel like you're on a roller coaster ride at times. But you're finding your footing, you're finding your place, you're finding your way forward. And that's really cool. So we start off with the essence of you over a celebration and over a balancing. You're trying to find a balance between fear and positivity, between a fear and confidence, between night and day, in the way that you move forward, in the silvery reflection of the sun, of passion, of desire, of focus, of truth. You're facing fears also. You're looking at the shadows and saying, you don't just hold monsters, and you don't hold monsters. I might not be able to see as clearly the path forward, but I also see more clearly my heart, my soul, and myself, what I desire. There's a focusing on you here, Pisces, that's astoundingly important. It leads you to being a student of inspiration as you are a king, a master of knowledge. So, student of inspiration. You're looking at things differently. You're calling in power, and it is balancing you after a cleansing and a purging of negative energy. There's a balance that comes in. You're embracing a healing. This is the Minor Arcana Lovers card over the Major Arcana Lovers card, over a harvest coming in. There's blessings that's coming. There are healings that are coming. There's power that's coming. Be ready for it. Be ready to receive. Celebration. As the veil is lifted from your eyes, as you see behind the mask that others wear, there's a celebration that you are embracing. There is a way forward. This is happiness that cannot be denied. It can simply be addressing and accepting that happiness within yourself and saying, it's allowed to come out. I'm allowed to be happy, to be joyous, to be more. The Four of Wands leads you to the Three of Wands. Things start falling into place, like dominoes knocked down. But you also start to see the horizons looking bright. As you embrace your balance, as you are rooted in temperance, in balance and discernment. You're fierce. In the public arena, you're claiming your throne. It's not being a bully, it's not being a brute, it's being a boss of your life, a boss of what you desire, a boss of where you're heading. You're balancing the scales and you're being reborn. Okay, you're looking at powers. This is darkness before the dawn. You doubt yourself, you question, you still push through. Death card over the Emperor. You, as an emperor, as a ruler, okay, as a person who knows that you've fallen and failed, knows that you've made mistakes, as every single person has on this earth, okay, you are being transformed to embrace your power, to embrace your grace, to move forward towards something that you once thought impossible. This is the Scorpio energy again. A dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. Who you once were no longer exists. And that can be really heartbreaking. You know, when we sit there and we look back, and we look back on the person that we were when we were in grade school and when we were in middle school and high school and, you know, college and so on and so forth. And we're not that same person. We're very different. And sometimes we mourn that. And sometimes we think, oh, thank God, you know, I don't ever want to go back. But there is an acceptance here of the transformation. That each day brings that transformation. Each day brings an acceptance and a coming to a power that maybe we didn't anticipate would come. Maybe we doubted would ever be a part of us. But it is a part of us now. And we're wiser and better because of it. Even if it hurts. You feel like you're on a roller coaster ride. Sometimes you don't know the path to choose. Divinity will kind of choose it for you. This is a changing of seasons. This is entering into a new season of your life. It's powerful. And yes, you're on that roller coaster ride, the highs, the lows, the left, the right. But it's a new season. And it's a powerful, and it's a new you. Let's see what your spirit animal message is for this time. Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're going to go with these three because I just can't. These four. Okay, there we go. It's like, all right, spirit, make yourself known. Absolutely. So we're starting with the armadillo spirit. And it says, set healthy boundaries. It's time to set healthy boundaries. It's time to embrace your grace, And it's okay to say no. But it's also important to be respectful, and not to let yourself get to the breaking point, to the point where you just shatter. Setting healthy boundaries is what makes that possible. Trust in divine detours. You're going the circuitous route, okay? You really are. You are getting to where you need to be in a way that you most definitely never expected. And through a power of self, through a divine ride that seems out of this world. Trust in the divine detours. They really are spectacular. The Sandpiper spirit, be happy. And be playful. Let joy come in. Let beauty come in. Let laughter come in. And it brings you to the Dolphin spirit. This and that are true. There's many ways of seeing the world. There's many ways of seeing truth, quote unquote truth. Know that yes, this and that are true. Know what is true for you. And know that it may change over time. All right, let's see your subconscious message. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And that's a big part of what you're doing during this time. You're taking the knowledge that you have accumulated, and it is becoming part of the wisdom of your soul. It leads you to your subconscious chakra message, which is soul's healing. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. This is a depth of healing you didn't know you needed, but it's absolutely powerfully blessing to you. Your subconscious people message, the star chakra, the star card, Aquarius energy. This is love. This is the highest form of man's perfection coming in. This is what you wish for. The stars in the sky are what our ancestors named, made stories of, mapped their ships by, guided their paths as they crossed deserts and forests. This is what, the pyramids were built to, the stars. Something so perfect and yet forever out of reach. And subconsciously, consciously, while the water is being poured in, okay, while the cups are being poured into each other by the Temperance card, subconsciously, the water is being poured out into the world, blessing, healing, and moving you in a path and on a path that is broader and greater than you had imagined. It leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Wheel of Fortune. There is a new season coming in. There's a change. There's a power. There's a beauty. Embrace it. Embrace it. Know that you will be on a wild ride. You have the repeat now of the number 10. Okay? Actually, you have 10 repeated throughout the cards in the main deck twice, but through both decks 3 times. And so here, this is the end of a cycle. You have reached an end of a cycle during this time. Whether you know it or not, something big has shifted, okay, within yourself. To go deeper into your subconscious, you are awakening. This is a resurrection of self. This is awakening into your power. This is awakening to a deeper truth. This is awakening, seeing more clearly, and being more than you imagined. And you are awakening into that power, into that purpose. You are breaking the mold, and you are moving forward into greatness. Your angels are awakening the deepest part of yourself. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward into our power, into our grace, as we seize our happiness where it comes, as we embrace the essence of ourself and the joy of existence, the joy of discovery, the joy of the mystery of life. And as we do so, we see the world changing, and we see us embracing a new power, a new purpose, as we claim a throne that at times we doubted would ever be ours. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.